Let's be honest, The Marvels is it as bad as people say? It seems as though the entire Marvel fan base was excitedly awaiting how bad this movie would do. All over the internet you'd see articles anticipating this movie having the worst opening weekend in the MCU, and they weren't wrong. But what happened? Captain Marvel already had a tarnished reputation from how badly her debut film performed amongst fans of the MCU, either due to her static acting or allegedly unlikable attitude outside of the film. Is the hate warranted, or is it simply a targeted hate campaign against Brie Larson herself? Let's find out. Our film opens up with the evil Dar-Ben searching for an ancient and powerful relic that was forged as a duo, but one is missing. And back on Earth, we see that Kamala Khan is the owner of the second relic, giving her immense superpowers. Up in space, while investigating a strange jump point that's leaking energy, Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, and Monica all get wormholed up and all switch places. After the three assess their situation, they all just kind of go back without much fanfare. On the planet Tarnax, Dar-Ben is being questioned at a Skrull refugee compound. She claims that the Kree will rise again once she's sapped the Skrull's atmosphere if they don't adhere to her commands. Meanwhile, Captain, Miss, and Mon get into some silly, goofy hijinks when we see that the three heroes are stuck in some weird wormhole switcheroo business every time the two or three of them use their powers at the same time. When trying to figure out what to do, the three find themselves locked in a battle with Dar-Ben. She just kind of leaves the battle to go open another wormhole in the sky and destroy the Skrull's outpost planet. Dar-Ben believes that Captain Marvel showing up is a sign that the Skrull betrayed the Kree and so punishment is due. Our three heroines save the day, kinda, and the Skrull aren't really happy with Captain Marvel's meddling, believing her to be the cause of their destruction. On a distant planet called Hala, we find out that Dar-Ben stripped the Skrull's planet of its atmosphere in order to bring breathable air back to Hala, the Kree's home planet. It was kinda Captain Marvel's fault that Hala fell into ruin. Captain Marvel and Monica finally have a reunion when Monica reveals that her standoffish attitude towards Captain Marvel, or Carol, was because she didn't come back when she said she would. But Carol actually had other people to save. A hero can't be everywhere at once. Haven't we learned this yet? The three Marvels go on an uncomfortable memory journey and Kamala's family is taken into the protective custody of Nick Fury. We get a somewhat cringy montage of the three heroines getting used to their switchy dilemma by juggling and jump roping to the tune of the Beastie Boys. It's very Marvel. The three seem a bit nonchalant and chipper for people that just witnessed an entire species become displaced due to their ineptitude as a team. After traveling to Aladna in order to warn the people of the incoming threat of the Kree, we have the most Disney-influenced thing I've seen in a Marvel movie, a planet of song. After some awkward song and dance scenes, the Kree invasion begins and we witness some of the worst fight choreography I've seen in a while. It really feels like everyone is waiting their turn to attack. Dar-Ben absorbs a massive amount of Captain Marvel's power and opens up a wormhole on Aladna to siphon even more atmosphere for the Kree's home planet. Satisfied with her victory, Dar-Ben heads for Earth's galaxy to take the entire sun and bring it back to her people. Her arrival spells disaster for Nick Fury's space station and everyone on board is in trouble. Defeated in battle, the Marvels retreat to a distant planet and have a rushed makeup session before going to aid Nick Fury in evacuating his space station. The Marvels finally face off 1-on-3 with Dar-Ben and they kind of wreck her in like a minute. But that's because she's not the real villain. The real villain is miscommunication because Captain Marvel promises to save Dar-Ben's planet. Just kidding. Dar-Ben gets up and takes Kamala's bangle, giving her double the power, but her body can't handle it, and in the process of creating a wormhole, Dar-Ben ends up imploding. After witnessing this horrific death, Kamala just puts both the bangles on no problem, and she and Captain Marvel blast Monica with their powers so that she can use their energy to close the massive wormhole. Unfortunately, Monica is closed off on the other side. Captain Marvel goes to Hala to return power to their sun, and now the Kree have their planet back the way it was before. Everyone has a sort of happy ending aside from Monica, who finds herself in a parallel reality where the X-Men are actually relevant again. So, in the end, The Marvels is most certainly not a bad film. I feel like the main contributor to its failed opening weekend was something along the lines of superhero fatigue. The acting could use a little bit of work in the sense that it could be less Disney, and the story writing certainly needs to be cleaned up, but other than that, it was an average movie. Not terrible. At least Captain Marvel is hot. True.